Grace doesn't just touch your life, it takes over, and it doesn't wait for you to invite it in. It starts before you even know it's there, because grace is not merely an offer, it's an operation, a divine work, a supernatural movement, a holy invasion of a dead heart. The journey of grace in the soul begins before the soul knows it. You're still blind, still numb, still calling good evil and evil good, still chasing things that destroy you, and defending them like their life. But grace moves. It's quiet at first. A question, a longing, a discontent that won't go away. You're not sure where it comes from, but something in you starts to ache. That's grace. Awakening. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him. John 6:44. God is already drawing, not forcing, not dragging, but wooing by the Spirit through conviction, through pain, through providence. The call begins. And then comes the moment, not of self-improvement, but of surrender. You see your sin, not just as failure, but as rebellion. And more than that, you see His mercy, you see the cross, you see Christ, not just as a historical figure, but as your only hope, and you cry out, not with perfectly formed theology, but with desperation and faith. That, too, is grace. By grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. Ephesians 2:8. Grace doesn't just invite you to the table. Grace pulls back the chair and sits you down. And now begins the journey. The long daily work of grace in the heart, not always dramatic, not always emotional, but always real. You start to want what you used to hate. You begin to hate what you used to love. That's grace renewing the mind. You fall hard sometimes, but grace doesn't abandon you. Grace convicts, but never condemns. Grace disciplines, but never discards. The Lord disciplines the one He loves. Hebrews 12:6. That painful conviction, that inner war with sin. That's not proof you're failing, that's proof you're alive. Grace is fighting for you, even when you don't feel like fighting at all. And little by little, grace bears fruit, not because you're getting stronger, but because you're getting more dependent. You pray, not because you're spiritual, but because you're hungry. You obey, not to earn love, but because you already have it. It is God who works in you, both to will and to do of His good pleasure. Philippians 2:13. Grace is power, not just pardon. It shapes your habits. It transforms your desires. It humbles your pride. You learn that holiness isn't about impressing God. It's about being near Him. And grace keeps you near. And through it all, grace holds you, on the days your faith feels strong, and on the days you can barely whisper a prayer. He who began a good work in you will complete it. Philippians 1:6. Grace is not a one-time gift. It's a constant presence. And then, one day, the journey ends. Not in defeat, not in fear, but in glory. You stand before Him, no sin left to fight, no pain left to carry, no shame left to confess. Just Christ. And you, face to face. And when that day comes, you'll know it was never your strength, never your wisdom, never your record, only grace. From the first flicker of conviction to the final breath of faith, it was all grace, and it always will be. To the praise of the glory of His grace, by which He made us accepted in the Beloved. Ephesians 1:6. You didn't just receive grace, you were carried by it all the way home.